My name is Ethan Caldwell, a 42-year-old contractor from Boise, Idaho. I never thought I'd end up in a divorce courtroom, watching my wife of 6 years, Lauren, try to dismantle everything my family and I had built. Her voice rang out, sharp and triumphant, as she declared her claim to half my construction business and the 50-acre Caldwell family ranch. The smugness in her eyes made my fists clench, but I stayed composed, my folder of evidence tucked safely beside me. Lauren sat across the courtroom, her red dress a bold contrast to the muted tones of the Ada County Courthouse. Her lawyer, a slick man named Victor Hayes, laid out their case with confidence. Mr. Caldwell's business, Caldwell Builds, and the family land appreciated significantly during the marriage, he argued. My client is entitled to half of these marital assets. The gallery stirred, locals whispering about the millions at stake. Boise's a small city, and word of a high-stakes divorce travels fast. Judge Clara Monroe, a no-nonsense woman with a reputation for fairness, listened impassively. Lauren's smile was predatory, like she'd already cashed the check. 6 years ago, she'd been a charming real estate agent who swept into my life after my father's death left me raw. I'd inherited the family business and the ranch, a legacy my great-grandfather started in 1910. Lauren seemed supportive, helping me navigate grief while praising my work ethic. "You're carrying a dynasty," she'd say, her eyes soft. I fell hard. We married after a year, her laughter filling our small wedding at a Boise vineyard. My attorney, Rachel Nangian, insisted on a prenup. "You've got too much to lose, Ethan," she warned. I hesitated, not wanting Lauren to think I doubted her, but she signed it with a breezy smile. "It's just paper, babe," she said, kissing me. I thought it was love. Now, I know it was strategy. The betrayal unfolded slowly. 2 years into our marriage, I noticed Lauren pushing me to merge my business accounts with hers, claiming it would streamline our finances. She started hosting lavish parties at our ranch, inviting Boise's elite, calling it networking. I later learned she was pitching investors, claiming she co-owned Caldwell Builds. She'd forged my signature on loan applications, racking up $120,000 in debt for business expansions I never approved. When I confronted her, she gaslit me. "You're too busy to see the big picture, Ethan," she snapped. "I'm building our future." The final blow came when I found her emails to a private investigator, hired to dig into the ranch's value. She'd learned it was worth $4.2 million due to recent development interest. Her plan? Divorce me, claim half, and sell the land to developers. She'd been playing the long game, banking on Idaho's community property laws to override my prenup. That's when I called Rachel and filed for divorce first. In the courtroom, Judge Monroe turned to me. "Mr. Caldwell, your response?" I stood, heart steady, and handed over my folder. "Your Honor, please review this." The room hushed as I returned to my seat, Lauren's smirk faltering. Inside the folder was the prenup, signed and notarized, plus evidence of her fraud. Judge Monroe opened the folder, her eyes scanning the pages. Lauren's lawyer objected. "We weren't informed of any prenup." The judge silenced him with a look. "This is a valid prenuptial agreement," she said after a tense pause. "It explicitly protects Mr. Caldwell's business and family land as separate property, including any appreciation during the marriage." Lauren's face drained of color. Rachel had ensured the prenup was airtight, listing every asset, my business, the ranch, even future profits, as untouchable. But the real kicker was the fraud evidence. Bank statements, forged signatures, and emails proving Lauren's scheme. "Your Honor," I said, "my wife also incurred debts fraudulently in my name. I have documentation of $120,000 she borrowed without my consent." Lauren's composure shattered. "That's a lie," she shouted. "I helped build his business." Judge Monroe's voice was steel. "Ms. Caldwell, control yourself." She reviewed the fraud evidence, her expression darkening. "These documents show clear financial misconduct. Miss Caldwell, you are solely responsible for these debts. The courtroom buzzed. Lauren's lawyer stammered, requesting a recess, but the judge pressed on. The prenup also waives spousal support, she noted, reading aloud. Miss Caldwell is entitled to no assets or alimony. Lauren's eyes widened in horror. Nothing? She whispered. Nothing, the judge confirmed, her smirk barely concealed. The gavel fell. Divorce granted. Mr. Caldwell retains all premarital assets. Miss Caldwell assumes her debts. Lauren sat, stunned, as whispers turned to laughter from the gallery. She'd gambled on my trust and lost everything. Months later, Lauren's life unraveled. The $120,000 debt forced her into bankruptcy. Her real estate license was suspended after her fraud came to light, and Boise's social scene shunned her. She moved to a cramped apartment in Nampa, working odd jobs. I used a portion of my business profits to fund a local land trust, ensuring the ranch stays undeveloped forever, honoring my family's legacy. Lauren's betrayal taught me to guard my heart and my heritage. Justice, it seems, builds its own kind of victory.